One of my favorite types of literature is allegorical literature. Allegorical literature is a metaphor, is a symbolic set of metaphors that interact and have a one-to-one relationship with historical events or things. People, they can also be, something can be allegorical is simply by representation and not have much of a history to it. A good example of this when you see a movie that is allegorical is there is that one movie that's a cartoon by Pixar. I can't remember the name of it, but it is a story about the different emotions in a person's head. And the thing about that is that the allegory is in the symbolism of the characters. The characters symbolize in an allegorical way with a one-to-one relationship with the emotions that a normal human would have and how those interact, almost like a stage play inside that person's head. And so that is one example. Another example of allegorical literature for dissociative identity or bipolar disorder is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis, The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson. And the book, Jekyll and Hyde, it is, he actually wrote that in a very short amount of time after a dream, just like John Bunyan did the same thing. But Robert Louis Stevenson destroyed the draft of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by throwing it into the fire because he thought that it would be one of those things that would might reflect badly on him. But one of the copies he did keep, and that copy is the copy that we read today. It's around 200 pages, so it's not really a novel, it's more of a novella. A novella is a novel, but it's shorter than a novel. Novels usually over a certain number, hundreds of pages or whatever. But so